Alright, so tonight I want to investigate the age-old debate between Coke versus Pepsi. So I'm just gonna sample each one and then try to describe the flavor of each the best as I can and maybe come to a personal conclusion as to which I think is slightly better. From my past experience, I kind of feel like they're obviously both kind of a cola, but I think they do kind of have a little bit of a distinct different flavor. So anyways, let's jump right into it. I tried to keep everything as consistent and eliminate any different factors that might skew the results. So we have plastic bottles, both 24 ounce, which is like extra tall. So I thought that was kind of interesting that they happen to have that in both. But anyways, let's just jump right into it. I'll just go ahead and open both first and see if I can get a more satisfying crack with this one. So there's a little daily ASMR for you. I think I'll go ahead and go with the Pepsi first. Definitely cola-y, definitely very sugary to the point it kind of coats your teeth a little bit. Definitely quite sweet and syrupy. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep that in mind while I sample the Coke so I can compare. The Coke, it is very similar. It has all those things I just described for the Pepsi, but it's got a little more like of a bite to it almost. Bite might not be the best word. It's got a little more of like a I can't think of the word. I feel like the Pepsi kind of has a more smooth finish, but the Coke has a little bit of more of like a raspy, like carbonation. It's hard to say that a beverage has a texture, but like in a way I feel like the Coke has more of like a texture as you swallow it. As weird as that sounds, maybe that kind of makes sense. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, right now they're tasting quite similar. I feel like in the past I've kind of noticed a little bit of difference, like I said, but right now both of these 24 ounces that have been sitting in the fridge for a couple days, they're tasting pretty much the same to me. So maybe the lesson is that if you think one's better, one's worth, that's just kind of based on your experiences and your memories of each. If you had always had Coke as a kid and you have like very fond memories of it, then that's going to make you favor it and like it more. But maybe it has more to do with how you remember it and the memories that are associated with it than it does with the actual flavor of each. Because right now these are tasting like very similar to me. So I was expecting to be able to favor one or the other, but like drinking them side by side, it's like hard for me to ascertain a distinct difference between the two. So I don't know. Like it's super subtle. I feel like some sips of the Coke, it comes on kind of heavier with that like coat your mouth sweetness, and some sips of the Pepsi maybe taste a tad bit smoother, but then some of the sips of the Pepsi can get quite coat your mouth sugary as well. So like I said, right now they're tasting pretty even. I'd be interested to kind of repeat this taste test and see if a different day, maybe like if you had a can of each, if that makes a difference. So stay tuned. I might have to dig deeper into this into the future, but as for right now, I can't even choose a winner. They're very, very like subtle differences that you can taste as far as like how bubbly each is. You could maybe say sometimes the Coke tastes a little more carbonated and a little more kind of like sugary, like almost like a caramel sugary sweetness more so than the Pepsi does. But that's basically up to your personal taste. If you think that like makes it better or not. But right now they're both tasting very even, and I can't even choose a winner overall because they're pretty much the same to me. So thanks for checking out this video. If you watched it, hope that was enjoyable, even though we haven't really reached any clear consensus here. This has just raised more questions than it has given any answers, but that's okay. Sometimes in the scientific pursuits, you know, all there is more questions, and we just have to keep chasing them down in search of brighter tomorrows. So thanks for watching. Feel free to like the video, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more random beverage sampling type content, whatever. But anyways, peace out. God bless. Okay, so I just took a few more sips after I stopped the filming, and I do think that overall the Pepsi does taste a little bit smoother. The Coke has more of that kind of like heavy, caramelly, like kind of, it just tastes very like syrupy and heavy on your taste buds, on your palate when you sip it. So I do kind of think I favor the Pepsi a little bit because I think it's a smoother sip overall. So I just said all that before, but I needed another moment to kind of gestate my thoughts on it. So I think I am going to choose the Pepsi, but it's still, like I said, it's hard to define because it's a very slight difference. But anyways.